Good morning, Professor Gaspar Perez and classmates. Today we have the pleasure to present you our task number 1, named Food Psychology. The members of the group are Chavans Ruth, Lopez Hexel, Reluz Jose, Rico Michel, and my person, Chandler Reina. First, in this presentation, I am going to talk about what is food psychology. What is food psychology? Food psychology, also named psychonutrition, is the science that studies our relationship with food. This science is very important because deals with the biopsychosocial foundations that modulate eating behaviors, that is a basic pillar for the health and disease processes. Also, this science offers the tools that are necessary to achieve in a long-term healthy eating habits and a harmonious relationship with food. Food psychology, like science, includes factors such as emotions, eating habits, the perception of food, and the relationship with food. It is very important to know that this science helps people to detect, identify, also analyze and manage their psychological, behavioral, and affective processes and related with their eating habits. How is it related with your career? As a nutrition student, we consider that food psychology is a very important science and is closely related with our career because how we think and how we feel affect our way of choosing food, eating, and absorbing nutrients. In many occasions, bad eating habits are related with psychological factors such as lack of motivation, stress, body image dissatisfactions, low self-esteem, and others. For this reason, food psychology is a very important science and is a necessary science because with this, we are going to know which are the psychological factors that influence in our form of eating, and we can implement public policies of prevention, health promotion, and correct treatment for eating disorders. And now, my classmate Rico Michel will continue with the next topic.
Nutrition after pandemic in Panama. Among the changes that occurred during the pandemic in Panama, we can mention, for example, a large number of markets, supermarkets, and food and beverage outlets were temporarily and even permanently closed. These casa sharing waiting homes where before it was customary to eat out. People went to restaurants, fast food outlets, and fondas. Some with healthy menus and others full of junk food, fats, and sugars. And the change was that people decided to learn to eat healthy. Many also decided to start exercising, and over time they acquired healthy eating habits and lifestyle. However, although all these fast food establishments were closed, there were people who, due to the problems such as anxiety, stress, and the situation, get weight and develop obesity. On the subject of food safety in pandemics, in many cases there was often no availability or access to food. Let us remember that both are pillars for food security to exist in a country. Access to food has been one of the great challenges for a large part of Panamanians with children. In the midst of the health crisis, 42% declared that they did not have enough food. The consequences were felt most strongly at the lowest socioeconomic levels. In addition, there were various programs in which bags of food were provided, but the food was not of the best quality to meet the nutritional requirements of the population. On the financial side, we can say that economic changes caused by the pandemic, such as increasing unemployment and decreasing incomes, could have led to greater reliance on processed and less healthy food due to their lower cost.
Design, colors, shape, size, food psychology. People have psychological reactions to colors and shapes for food, which influence everything from how long they stay, how much they order, or even how it tastes. Subconsciously, color and shapes affects all our senses or how we see the food, and colors have an important effect on our appetite and the food we chose. They can make us feel hungry, sad, happy, or energetic. For example, the following colors. Green color is usually associated with a healthy eating. This color is associated with being healthy, fresh, and good taste. Yellow color. This color induces fast eating. That's why we see it in so many fast food restaurants. They want us to eat more and more, and they also make this color a very dramatic color so we can enter these chains and buy more of their food. Red color. The dynamic character of red is used by restaurants and fast food chains to color their rooms. The use of this color increases the feeling of hunger and stimulation. It facilitates also the rotation of people inside the restaurant. Orange color. It can drive the sales very high, and it's also a color surrounded by very bright scents that will take the customer to eat, talk, and spend longer periods in the restaurants. Now I will continue with the food psychology glossary. My group chose the next words for our food psychology glossary. Self esteem is how we value and perceive ourselves. Mandometer therapy is a treatment program for eating disorders based on the psychiatric symptoms of people with eating disorders. Hunger, a craving of urgent need or a specific nutrient. Art therapy, a form of expressive therapy that uses visual art. Body dysmorphia, a mental condition in which the patient preoccupied or perceive their self in a different way. Osteoporosis, condition characterized by a decrease in bone mass with a decrease of density and enlargement of bone spaces. Anxiety, a feeling of disquiet that can change from minor to severe and includes worry and fear. Obesity, abnormal or excessive fat accumulation. Psychotherapy, a treatment of mental and emotional disorders through the psychological techniques. Anorexia nerviosa, a disorder in which an individual refuses to maintain minimal normal body weight. Binge eating, the practice of eating a lot of food quickly. Craving is defined as an intense, abnormal, and urgent urge of eat a determined food. Satiety, a feeling of satisfaction that temporarily halts our desire to continue eating. Substance abuse, use of a mood or behavior altering substance in a wrong way. Anti-inspiration, photograph, poems, or any stimulus that influence a person to strive to lose their weight. Now, my classmate Ruth Shabans is going to continue.
What determines our food choices? Our food choices are determined by many factors, such as biological factors such as hunger, sense of taste, appetite, economic factors such as cost, market ability, income, psychological factors such as stress, anxiety, mood, anger, guilt, physical factors such as available time, education, access, and social factors such as culture, family, friendships, and eating habits. And now my classmate Ruth Chavaz will continue with the next topic.
My name is Ruth Chavaz. I talk about school vocabulary pre and post pandemic. First word, face mask, a sanitary product used to cover the mouth and nostril to prevent the entry of pathogens and spread of disease. COVID-19, infectious disease caused by the most recently discovered coronavirus. Social distancing means stay home and away from others as much as possible to help prevent spread COVID-19. Hand washing. This is one of the best ways to prevent the spread of infectious disease and is an important defense against COVID-19. Quarantine. Preventive isolation for a certain period of time in order to avoid the spread of certain disease. Contagion curve. Graph that cross-reference the number of cases with the time during which the disease spread, thus measuring the speed at which the virus is spreading. Pandemic. Rapid worldwide spread of a new disease. Asymptomatic. A person affected by a condition but by producing or showing no symptoms of it. Transmissions. Process by which infectious agents such as a virus spread from one person to another. Immunity. The body's ability to resist and fight infectious disease. Hospitalization. The process of admitting and treating patients in a hospital due to illnesses such as COVID-19. Isolation. Separation of infected or potentially infected people from others to prevent transmission of the disease. My name is Ruth Chavaz. I talk about school vocabulary pre and post pandemic. First word, face mask, a sanitary product used to cover the mouth and nostril to prevent the entry of pathogens and spread of disease. COVID-19, infectious disease caused by the most recently discovered coronavirus. Social distancing means stay home and away from others as much as possible to help prevent spread COVID-19. Hand washing. This is one of the best ways to prevent the spread of infectious disease and is an important defense against COVID-19. Quarantine. Preventive isolation for a certain period of time in order to avoid the spread of certain disease. Contagion curve. Graph that cross-reference the number of cases with the time during which the disease spread, thus measuring the speed at which the virus is spreading. Pandemic. Rapid worldwide spread of a new disease. Asymptomatic. A person affected by a condition but by producing or showing no symptoms of it. Transmissions. process by which infectious agents such as a virus spread from one person to another. Immunity, the body's ability to resist and fight infectious disease. Hospitalization, the process of admitting and treating patients in a hospital due to illnesses such as COVID-19. Isolation, separation of infected or potentially infected people from others to prevent transmission of the disease.